Hmm. What's going on, y'all? I'm about to tap right in. I'm just trying to make sure everybody um is tagged and here that need to be here. I'm going live from all my social media platforms, so I just bear with me a couple seconds. What's going on? There we go. Over here. Change the settings to that so it can be. What up? What up? What up, bro? What's going on? Uh, here we go. In the audience. Facebook do this thing weird now. Let me go live. What up? What up? What up, bro? What's going on? There we go. Public. Uh, cool. All right, it's for the world to see now. I'm back. We good. What's up, y'all? What's going on? Y'all know, y'all know what time it is, cause I done went ahead and make sure we good. Make sure everything charged up. We good, y'all. We good. What's up? Um, so what I wanted to do, y'all, as I don't know if y'all seen some of the descriptions that I've been talking about, or like I've been saying today, but like just bringing everything full circle today because y'all have seen me post about what's going on. Y'all seen me talk about what's going on in Phoenix as far as the political prosecutions, as far as the police department, as far as how politics run here, the lack of transparency, the lack of communication with the constituents, the organizations here, some who are doing amazing work, and some who ain't doing shit. At the end of the day, like we gotta talk about this. Not only do we gotta talk about it, we gotta do something about it though. So this is really, giving folks an insight on what's going on, more so from a personal view, but also not just from a personal view, but from a aspect of lived experience and facts, right? Not emotion, not whatever, like real facts. And so any of my people, what's up? What's up? Any of my people who live in Phoenix, who live in the Maricopa County area, who live in the Phoenix metro area, surrounding cities, please inbox me your information, because I got a couple things that I'm working on, and I want folks to be a part of because we only got a couple weeks until this election is over. And so if you're in Phoenix, and I'm gonna repeat this time at the time, but if you're in Phoenix and you want to be a part of the change, you believe in what we've been out there fighting for, please inbox me, so I can get you hip and get you ready. It's gonna take just a little bit of time, but we're gonna be all right. For those who don't know, I am in Phoenix, Arizona. I am in the Arizona area. That's where I live. That's where I reside. That's where I pay taxes. That's where I live. That's where raising my son. And so, um, like I'm acclimated within the community. Like I've stepped out into the streets and protest. I've spoken up, spoken out, working with a great organization, Mass Liberation, who does amazing work. Um, from the scope of directly impacted folks when it comes to this carceral system and the injustice system. So yeah, that's just a brief overview. Now, I don't know if you all know, which I'm going to put in the comments. Actually, I'll put in the comments right now. Um, There we go. And I'll post some. Good morning. What's up? Good morning. Hey, good afternoon. I apologize. Good afternoon. What's going on? Hey, Rashonda. Um, but yeah, so I'm gonna put in and it'll help folks with what's going on with me, what I've been dealing with, and it'll help give you an in-depth view of like just the targeting that the police department and the police department and the prosecuting office is doing. So I just want to, I just want to get everybody hip right quick because, I mean, we gotta speak the truth at all times. There it is. Boom. Copy address. Um, Here we go. Okay. So I'm gonna put this up, y'all, so everybody can kind of draw to this, know what's going on, know how they trying to do you, boy. But it's all good because hey, they gonna get tired before we do, and they don't really know what they signed up for. Um, I'm doing well. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Nice. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Given everything, I'm doing well. So yeah, as we sit here and chop it up about what's going on in Phoenix, like the problem is they stepped their foot into some shit that they didn't know they was, whether they knew or didn't know. Um, that's kind of just where we at. And so um, now it's time to talk about it. Again, for anybody in Phoenix, Phoenix metro area, Arizona area that wants to help, that wants to help out, wants to, make sure we get our voices heard and make sure we affect what's going on out here. Um, Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Inbox me. Inbox me and we good. Yeah. So, all right, check this out. What's going on, y'all? Appreciate y'all tapping in. It's a lot of people tapping in. It's a lot of people tapping in. Wow. There it is, right there on screen. Okay. Man, it's wild here, y'all. As y'all know, on August 9th, I was arrested with others. Well, I mean, about 18 others now. They've picked people up and threw them on our cases and put them on our cases, and they really unjustly persecuting folks and locking folks up. On August 9th, um, and I'll backtrack. I just got off. Alistair Adele is the county attorney. She's the prosecutor, and I just got off a seminar that I tapped into to kind of hear her speak. Right, see where her just see where she at. She's a true politician, like in every sense of the word, because she is a conservative. She's a Republican, but I guess she tries to present herself as somebody who's a little more progressive in that line of work, in that office, which is a total lie. She talked about she supports peaceful protests, but at the point where protests turn quote unquote violent and things are damaged and people are hurt, then they will be held accountable. But the problem is she didn't say that. She didn't speak to the narrative of what's going on right now. Because if that's the case, then many of us wouldn't be, sitting here with felony charges. If that was the case, Percy wouldn't have spent 7 days in jail. If that was the case, a lot of these organizers and protesters wouldn't be the targets of the police department and the prosecutor's office, the county attorney's office. And so what happened on August 9th is we led a march, did a march in solidarity with Michael Brown. We got to the police station. Um, the fence did get knocked over. Okay. Fence gets knocked over. We approached the building. I stopped folks within probably or anywhere from 5 to 7 feet of the building. Uh, the police come out. They get shoulder to shoulder. They yell shoulder to shoulder. And as they get shoulder to shoulder, I tell our people, "Hey, we good. We good. Calm down. Calm down. What's understood ain't got to be said. Relax. We good. Ain't nothing. We not doing nothing. We straight. We good." We calmed down, like there was nothing happening. Um, Even in a case where there was almost this like moment of silence in between the conversation from the police and us, um, of definitely me, de-escalating and bringing our temperatures down just a little bit. But officers approached us, direct order to move, but the order to move was like move and then simultaneously them pushing back, with their shields. This is me. As you pushing back. This is me. Still going backwards. Um, Even telling the officer in front of me as he continued to yell, "Move!" I'm like, "Look, we moving, but I mean, it's a big concrete block behind us that y'all pushing us into, and so we can't move." And he acknowledged that. And then you hear across the radios, "Arrest Franks, arrest Franks," and they grab me. And when they grab me, they take me. Of course, there's a little tug of war, not between me. Um, I'm complying. Everybody's doing what they do. We doing what we do, right? As elected officials, I mean, as protesters, as organizers, and for me, as an elected official, like I know the law, I know how this go, I know all these things. So nah, with this, how we gonna rock? Bet. No, we all good. Ain't no need to resist, y'all. We good. Nobody resisting, nobody pushing back, nobody, none of that. We hit the ground. Officer tell me 3 or 4 times, "You're under arrest." I said, "Okay." "You're under arrest." I said, "Okay." "You're under arrest." I said, "Cool. I know." He says, "You're under arrest." I said, "Look, man, tell me which way to turn. I got you. Put the handcuffs on. Cool." He's like, "Oh." At this point, he's totally relaxed. I'm literally sitting there on the ground, giving some more instructions to organizers to, "Hey, calm them down in the back. We good. Just tell them chill out. We all right. Ain't nobody doing nothing. Ain't nobody harm nobody. Tell them don't need to even get upset. We good." I'm saying that from the seat of my pants on the ground, with one officer holding my arms behind my back with one hand as I'm already handcuffed. So you tell me where resistance or assault on a police officer occurs. You tell me at which point they had to force their way out of the doors, and once they forced their way out of the doors, they were immediately met with violence. Like, tell me that. That's what I want you to explain to me. Alistair Adele, police department, Santa Claus, whoever decided to put the narrative out there, like, we gonna be waiting on it. Because this is the thing. This is what they don't know, and I really want to highlight this so everybody knows, right? What they didn't know is, when I talk with the lawyers, when I talk with everybody, I said, "Listen, the footage is going to exonerate us. The footage is gonna show. When we get the body cam footage, we good, y'all. We know what's on the footage. Ain't no need for us to hide. Ain't no need for us to, ain't no need for us to do nothing extra. We know what's on their footage, on the body cameras that the actual police officers wore. We know what's on there. Cool. All we need to do is get the footage." They release a police report that's 180 some pages long. They secretly indict us. Felony counts, I got 4. Some got more than me. They put the police report out there, and the police report was pretty extensive. The biggest problem was we got the body cam footage back. We got the body cam footage back. And we didn't even get all of the footage. Like, we didn't get, whatever, right? But we got a lot of footage that came directly from the police department. Didn't come from nowhere else, didn't get altered, it came directly from the police department. And you know what that footage showed? Everything that I said, everything that I had been saying. The footage showed exactly what we said it was going to show. That we were innocent. It showed that I was innocent. It showed that I de-escalated. It showed that I was singled out. It showed that like the officers had an agenda. All because we was exercising our First Amendment right. That's what the footage shows. So before the footage came out, because I'm going to give y'all what I like to call inside baseball, right? Before the footage came out, I started reaching out to folks. I started reaching out to the mayor, Kate Gallego, who was in my criminal justice reform roundtable session back in 2015 when I was with Generation Progress, and we came here doing our criminal justice roundtables, and she was being led in in conversation and training and so on and so forth. Like, this was our thing that we put together, and she was there. She attended. The mayor, Kay Gallego, she attended it. Many of these legislators I reached out to, they were at LFC, Leadership for Change, when I gave my keynote speech talking about my time in the legislature, as at the time I was going to be senator. They know, yeah. So I reached out to everybody. Hey, this was going on, y'all. Ruben Gallego, the congressman. Hey, I heard you voice this against plea. I heard you say some stuff, I've seen you say some stuff, so cool. Right? You got Black Lives Matter on your banner. Let me show you how to show that these Black Lives matter. Let me show you how to do something to preserve these Black lives in your district. Reggie Bolden, hit him up plenty of times. Hit all these folks up. Only a couple actually said anything or reached back out. Only a couple. Out of all of the elected officials I reached out to, tapped into, hit on social media, whatever ways I could contact them. Representative Diego Rodriguez, Representative Jennifer Germain. I was the only 2 electeds that reached out and even wanted to just have a conversation. It wasn't even a thing about, oh, I'm just finna ride with you and it was, let's talk. Or in one case, it was representative breaking down what he saw and just made a post to ask questions. With Representative Germain, it was a question, it was a conversation, but the other elected officials, they sat silent. They sat silent. I gave them all the opportunity in the world. Hey, let's get on this. Like, let's talk about it. I can give you everything you need. We got all the proof. We got everything you need to see. We got the police report. We got the body cam footage. That's all you need. Police report says this, body cam footage contradicts it. Cool. I could make sure y'all get the facts. I can make sure y'all get the facts. Nah. Silence. Crickets. And footage came back. Lawyers and I did a press conference, talking about lawsuit, talking about the notice. Now what? Now what we supposed to do? Because the police still basically kidnapping protesters. Percy was nonviolent at a march where he just spoke. And they caught a traffic stop and snatched him up. And he spent 7 days in jail. All for a lie. Saying he did something that they got the footage that shows that he didn't. They got the footage that shows that he didn't. So what are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to do? That's a real question. That's a real question for anybody that want to answer. What are we supposed to do? That's all I want to know. I want to know exactly what we supposed to do. If we reach out to the elected officials and the orgs, if we stay in the streets, stay doing what we supposed to do, speaking up, speaking out, what we supposed to do? I'll tell you what we're gonna do. I'm gonna show folks how to spark this change for real. Yeah, we're gonna stay in the streets. But now, just like we did in Ferguson, just like we did in St. Louis, some Arizona folks, some of these young folks in the streets, some of these people speaking up and speaking out, some of these people who got policy, they about to run for office. I'm finna get them trained up. We're gonna run them for office. We're gonna let them take the seats. But it ain't gonna be like some of these other folks trying to do it. Because it ain't about a position. It's not about a position. It's about the work. It's about the work that we're going to do for the people. It's about the work that we're going to do for the people. So y'all want to get ignited? Y'all want to, if that's what y'all want to do, cool, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. All my people that want to understand what's going on, all my people that want to understand what's going on in Phoenix, that want to help out, that want to help shake the system up, bring new people in, get old people out, black and white and brown. If you ain't doing what's right, then you don't need to be there. Inbox me. Inbox me. We about to get it. We really about to get it cracking. Since that's what they want to do, then bet. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Inbox me. I got you. I got you. And I need you on a couple things too. So inbox me because we need to rap. Right now, y'all. When we talk about politics, let's talk politics. We're going to talk politics. Let's talk politics. Let's talk politics right now. Did somebody say what my people mean? What's my people mean? What you mean what it mean? I mean my people. What's my people, man? What you? I don't know. I guess I don't know how to. I guess I don't know what you trying to. My people mean my people. I don't know. I don't know what you. I don't know what you alluding to, but my people means exactly what it says. So I don't really know. But if you want to elaborate on that question, cool. I'm here. I mean, we definitely could chop it up because um, we'll figure it out. But yeah, it's self-explanatory in my eyes. Unless you need further elaboration, I'd be happy to. Um, if we're gonna talk politics, let's talk politics. We got 2, 3 weeks left, y'all. We got a couple weeks left before we could change the narrative of politics, and I ain't even just talking about federal and the presidential, right? Right now, we have races going on right now in the city of Phoenix, in the state of Arizona. We have things going on right now. I don't know. It was yeah, I'm talking to you, Glow. If I'm talking to you about hitting me up, I'm talking to you about hitting me up. With your comment that you made, I got you. Let's rock. Um, oh yeah, whoever this Hal person is on some bullshit. We ain't even go there. Um, but this the thing. So we got the power to affect. We got the power to change the trajectory of what's going on right now. Especially in Phoenix, especially in in this Phoenix metro area. Let's get Alistair Dale out of office. Let's work to get her out of office. We got phone banks happening right now. We got phone banks happening right now to change the trajectory of politics in this city. We got the power to change the trajectory of what's going on right now. So help me tap in with these phone banks. Help me tap in with these lit drops. Help me tap in with the social media uplift, and help me tap in with all these different things. Help me tap in with those things. Come here, son. Hey, I know we virtual learning ain't no joke. What's up?
So, I'm done with my buzz. All my buzz things. So, social studies I have to do instead of science, I guess.
Did you already do it?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you get on your math?
I got in 100.
Some.
Lexi helped me.
Oh, that's good. But you understand it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. All right, go ahead.
And I now learn how to work a coordinate.
You learn how to work a coordinate?
Mm-hmm. Like, because when it says, like they were playing a board game and they were finding flowers, and the girl said that, is there any flowers? Do you have any flowers at coordinate at C5?
And you knew where to go to look at C5?
Mm-hmm. There's like lines all around. It's like, so like on a map, so it's like always on a map, there's like there's virtual lines or there's virtual lines.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's lines that on the map,
right,
that goes up. That means it's like basically, let's just say an uppercase line, and there's one that goes sideways, which is basically, let's just say, a sideways line.
Gotcha. No, that's right. But that's what's up. Good job. I'm proud of you. I will we'll do something. We'll play Fortnite or something after I get done.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm done with school.
Yep. Yeah. All right, go get cleaned up and stuff.
Alright, I'll clean up my spot and I'm gonna put like this.
So my son's talking about his work, and then my daughter who helped him, she's on the live right now, the official Lexi, bragging on helping him. But hey, it's all good. That's why it's hard to, we fight and we get upset, but it's hard to stay upset when you got beautiful children, beautiful families, beautiful friends. So always able to tap in on them. Appreciate y'all. Thank you, Lexi, for helping your brother. But yeah, y'all. I need folks helping. I need folks helping on these phone banks. If you want to help on these phone banks, man, get in my inbox. Get in my inbox. I'll get y'all all the way right. I'll get y'all the information. And if it fits you, if it works for you, then cool. If it don't work for you, then cool. Samantha, I appreciate you always. Um, if it worked for you, cool. If it don't work for you, cool. But we got to change the trajectory, and then I need y'all help, right? Because what affects us here in Phoenix affects my folks in St. Louis. What affects my folks in St. Louis affects my people in Chicago. What affects my people in Chicago affects my people in Baltimore. Like, we all connected one way or another, y'all. Especially when you talk about marginalized communities, especially when you talk about these communities, you know what I'm saying, that have been forever stripped of their resources, y'all, that have been forever targeted by these same governmental agencies. Like, we got to speak up and speak out, and we got to do everything in our power to help each other out. And really, that's what's going on right now. Like, I need folks to understand that people, folks really getting politically persecuted around here, y'all. Yes, it's things that y'all could do, that my home team could do from back at the crib. Like, y'all know what injustices look like. Y'all able to tap into what's going on. Y'all could make them phone calls with me. You know what I'm saying? Inbox me if you're interested in helping me make them phone calls on our virtual phone banks that we do. They dope. We have a little party. We have music playing. We're able to look at each other, uplift each other while we calling, while we in the mix. So inbox me. Inbox me. Finally, what I want to talk about in Phoenix, and this is especially for my Phoenix folks, so I'm going to give all my Phoenix people, I'm going to give y'all a chance. All my Arizona people, I'm going to give y'all a chance to share this out right now. I want y'all to share this out if you're on Facebook, if you're on Twitter. It takes a little time on Instagram, but I need y'all to share this out and say, hey, listen, what I need y'all to do is we about to talk about 207. We're about to talk about 207. Proposition 207, and why I'm a strong no on Proposition 207. Why I'm an extreme strong no on Proposition 207. So all my people from Phoenix, live in Phoenix area, live in the Arizona area, I need y'all to share this out and tell them we talking about 207. So what up, sis? Shouts out to the good people for good trouble in the chat. I see y'all, love y'all. Um, absolutely, absolutely. I always appreciate you, Amber. Much love. Keep doing what you do. Just know I support you. I rock with you. I know. I got you. I got you. Um, listen, listen. At 207, y'all. Proposition 207 is not good for us. Let me be fully transparent. I've always been with legalizing marijuana. I've always been with legalizing marijuana. So let's get that together right now. We need universal legalization of marijuana federally first, right? But outside of that, yes, absolutely, state by state. But the policies cannot be anti-black. The policies cannot be anti-black, and the policies have to have racial equity tied into them, with resource allocation, with licensure allocation, with expungement processes. Do not let them feed y'all bullshit. I see some people, couple people who I really rock with, who have been misinformed. It is an extreme no for me on Proposition 207. Some of the same people that are calling some of the same people that march with us, that come out to our protests as we talk about defunding the police and really spelling out what that means and what that looks like. Some of the same people are the same people who are willing to support this proposition that gives over $12 million more dollars to law enforcement in the state of Arizona. And we know what the Phoenix police budget is alone, $700+ million. taking revenue away. It does not go to our public schools in Phoenix. It doesn't go to our public school districts in Phoenix. There's no real defined allocation. There's no real defined allocation of the funds that are going to come from the revenue. There's no racial equity in the process when you talk about the licenses. There's no racial equity in the process when you talk about the resources that are coming from that tax revenue. Social justice and racial justice are not the same. Should we be fighting for both of them? Absolutely. Do they coincide with each other? Absolutely. But when you disguise things under the notion of social justice, then you have the option as an entity to not follow racial equity for racial justice when it comes to these processes. And that goes along with the expungement process. Arizona doesn't have an expungement, right? It's not an actual expungement. It's a set to the side. It's almost like a seal. But it isn't an expungement. So all these people saying, oh, expunges, it decriminalizes. How does it decriminalize? Tell me how we're decriminalizing marijuana when we taking the money that will come from the taxes and the tax revenue and putting it back into law enforcement so they can enforce. So how is it decriminalizing? Yeah, it don't matter what they say about, oh, well, weed smell isn't probable cause. Huh? Yeah, that's what it say. That don't stop these officers. Killing black folks in the middle of the street on paper is illegal, but that doesn't stop them from doing it. The way that these laws are written, the way that this petition is written is wrong, y'all. It is anti-black. It is problematic for black and brown communities. It is problematic for poor communities. And for all of those people saying, oh, we'll just pass it and then we'll go back and revamp it. This isn't an amendment. It isn't a law. It isn't policy. So it's not, we can't just go to the legislature and tell them to pass an amendment. This is a ballot initiative. That means that it's going to have to go. It's going to have to go back through the people, back through the ballot process, back through the initiative process, because it is a change to the Constitution. It's not just a regular law being passed. It is a change to the Constitution. So it doesn't change in the same way, y'all. It does not change in the same way. So we can't just pass these initiatives thinking that we're gonna be able to go back and change them the way we need them as long as we get them in. It don't work that way. It doesn't work that way. It is a change to the Constitution. We are going to have to go back. We're going to have to get hundreds of thousands of signatures, put it back on the ballot for the next election, and then do this process all over again, rather than, you know what, let's not pass it until we get it right. How do we get upset, which I'm wholeheartedly with, but we get upset when big pharmacy, when they write policy, when they lobbyists and their industry come together to write policy that we're supposed to pass. We get upset at all of these different entities that want to come in and create policies that benefit them directly. But we don't want to do that with the cannabis industry, especially with the white cannabis industry. When we're talking about not having any racial equity in these processes and in these licensure allocations. So we gonna push back on big pharmacy, which we should. We're gonna push back on the police lobbyists, which we should. We're gonna push back on all these problematic entities that try to create their own bills that only benefit them, as we should. But when the cannabis industry comes together to create policy that doesn't directly speak to the need in our community, that doesn't speak to racial equity, that doesn't speak to true expungement, that doesn't speak to racial equity in either of the processes, whether it comes to passing out the licenses or the allocation of those resources, that doesn't speak to our public school education as a whole, that speaks more to putting tens of millions of dollars back into law enforcement and the police department when we are the ones that have been in the streets calling to defund the police. No, the cannabis industry doesn't get a pass, y'all. It is a no. Yes, I know people are voting early and some people have voted for it under the direction of misdirection. And I apologize for that. And I'm sorry you've had to go through that. But now your job is to get out there and be boisterous. Because these policies that will pass, like Proposition 207, these policies that will pass will deem extremely harmful to our Black and brown communities. The language is anti-Black, anti-brown. The language is problematic. The language is predatory. That is the unintended consequences sometimes of just trying to pass through legislation that looks good on face value, but they know people not going to go in and read every single line. And when they try to tell y'all about this process, the expungement process, ask why only 80 people have gone through the Arizona version of expungement, because once again, it's not true expungement. But ask why only 80 folks have gone through that process when 17,000 people are eligible. 207 is no good. So I need all my people in Phoenix. I need all my people in Arizona, surrounding areas. Y'all been misinformed. Go read the ballot language. It's plain as day. We should absolutely be passing the legalization of marijuana without question. But we can't do it in a manner that's going to disproportionately affect our Black and brown people. I'm asking y'all to look deeper. And understand that policy ain't for us, y'all. That policy ain't for us. So it's no on 207. And we're going to have to hold these folks accountable, y'all. So let's start. Let's start right now. All the people with this in the sounds of my voice within the view of this video, if you're willing to help what's going on here in Arizona, if you're willing to tap in and put together some time in order to help us push forward and change the narrative of what's going on here, inbox me. Inbox me on whatever platform you're watching from, and let's get this work done. Because what affects Black and brown communities here affects Black and brown communities everywhere. And that's like that for each and every city. Each and every city in the United States. We got to stop working in our silos and we got to work together. When the government won't come together to listen to the constituents and do what they need to do, that's when we come to the forefront and hold them accountable, because we are the reason why they are there in the first place. We are the machine. They are not the machine. The lobbyists are not the machines. The political structure is not the machine. The money behind politics is not the machine. The money that they throw into these different organizations and different entities is not the machine. We, the people, are the machine, because without us, there is no structure. Without us, there is none of these folks who are in office. So now it's time that we take all of that power that we have back. And let's use it to change the trajectory of politics. Let's use it to change the trajectory of where our people are going and what's happening in our community right now. So anybody that wants to help, inbox me. Anybody that wants to help, speak up and speak out and let them know we are voting no on 207 because it is problematic. It is anti-black. It does not have a true expungement. It gives money to the police. It gives over $12 million back to law enforcement. There is no racial equity in any part of the process of this bill. Do not confuse the social justice aspect of this bill for racial equity. No on 207, y'all.